You currently have a graveyard in your house, not of people but of versions of yourself. It could be that gym membership that was supposed to change your body, the online course you swore you'd finish next week, the language app on your phone that hasn't been opened in 6 months. Every time you move past these things, you feel a little twinge of guilt. You wonder why it's so difficult to complete these projects you've set for yourself. And you're realizing that as the day goes by, the distance between who you are and who you're supposed to be keeps growing wider. Today, I want to offer you a different perspective, one you haven't really thought about. In this video, I'll explain to you why you feel stuck when it comes to doing the things that actually matter to you. And no, it's not a character flaw, it's actually a hardware failure. In the world of neuroscience, we've spent decades looking for the seat of the will. We wanted to find the physical spot in the brain that determines why one person pushes through the cold, the boredom, and the fatigue, while another person shrinks back. We found it. It's called the anterior mid-cingulate cortex, or the aMCC. Think of the aMCC as the willpower battery of your brain. But here's the fascinating part. Unlike your height or your eye color, the size of this battery is not fixed. When scientists look at super-agers, people who remain sharp, driven, and physically capable well into their 80s, they find that their aMCC is unusually thick. In people who feel perpetually stuck, it has physically atrophied. But there is a catch to this hardware. The aMCC only grows when you do something you don't want to do. If you love running and you go for a run, your aMCC doesn't grow. If you love your job and you work late, it doesn't grow. The aMCC only activates when you face friction. When every fiber of your being wants to sit on the couch and you choose the non-enjoyable task instead. The reason you feel undisciplined is that you've spent years avoiding friction. Your willpower muscle has become so thin that even the smallest task feels like climbing a mountain. You aren't lazy. You are physically out of shape in the one part of your brain that matters most. When you're 20, indiscipline feels like exploring. You have time. You can pivot. You can be a dabbler. But when you hit your 40s or 50s, the stakes change. Psychologists call this the transition from generativity to stagnation. Generativity is the act of building a legacy, contributing to the world, finishing the work, passing on wisdom. Stagnation is the feeling of being a ghost in your own life. It's the feeling that your best years are behind you and you're just clocking in until the end. This is why your stuckness feels so heavy right now. It's not just about a missed workout. It's about the biological clock telling you that your hardware is reaching its expiration date. Your brain is making a cost-benefit calculation. It sees the cost of effort, the friction, and because your aMCC is weak, it decides the reward isn't worth it. So, you stay on the couch, you scroll, you stay stuck. So, how do we fix the hardware? How do we thicken the aMCC? We don't do it with a life overhaul. We do it with the 15% friction protocol. If you try to change 100% of your life tomorrow, you will fail. Your brain will see the energy cost and shut you down. Instead, I want you to find the non-enjoyable task. Pick one thing today that you genuinely do not want to do. It shouldn't be a massive project. It should be something small but irritating. Taking the stairs instead of the elevator. Making that one phone call you've been avoiding. Drinking a glass of plain water when you want a soda. When you do these things, you aren't just being productive. You are literally sending a signal to your aMCC to grow. You are lifting weights for your soul. The goal isn't to enjoy the task. In fact, the more you hate it, the more it works. Boredom and resistance are not signs to stop. They are the burn you feel in the muscle. They are the clean slate required for your brain to shift from consumption to creation. Here is my prescription for you. Stop calling yourself a failure. Stop looking at your graveyard of unfinished projects with shame. Shame is a low-energy emotion. It doesn't grow the aMCC. Instead, look at those projects as weights you haven't learned to lift yet. For the next 7 days, I want you to lean into the friction. When your brain says, I don't want to, I want you to smile. Because that I don't want to is the sound of your hardware finally being challenged. If you can push through that initial 15% of resistance, you unlock a new identity. You realize that the label of undisciplined was just a temporary state of atrophy. You are a man in training. You are rebuilding the seat of your will. The world doesn't need you to be tough in some toxic, outdated way. The world needs you to be effective. It needs you to reclaim your will to live, which, as we now know, is a physical part of who you are. Every time you choose the difficult path over the easy one, you are seeing the world in higher resolution. You are stepping out of the online ghost life where you watch others live, and you are starting to build your own reality. Pick your one thing today. Lift the weight. If today's video shifted your perspective, hit that subscribe button and share your thoughts in the comment section. Commit to the journey, put in the reps, and become the exact man you were meant to be. I'll see you in the next one.